Howdy, y'all. Sorry, I'm freezing as normal. I'm wearing one of my Mama's caps. She didn't wear it too much, but she did wear it. I have more. I'm saving. I got them in a Ziploc bag because they still have her scent. Anyway, I digress. I wanted to just address my religion. On a lot of these folklore videos that I have uploaded recently, people comment things like saying, I'm not a Christian, or I'm evil, or, I just don't believe in God, and they're very condescending. And people say, my God is stronger than anything in the mountains, or anything in Appalachia, or any kind of spirit or evil. And you know what? I agree with you 100%. So I just wanted to explain myself a little bit, which I shouldn't have to, but I don't mind. So here we go. I was raised and adopted by my great-grandparents, Mama and Papa. So they were my parents legally, had me from a baby. In every way, they were my parents, except biologically. Born in 1912, 1924, born way out in the mountains, out in hollers. Different lifestyle. The people in my area are generally very religious. I was born smack dab in the middle of the Bible Belt. People down there, very religious. Of course, there are people that aren't. People that have different religions than I do. I was born and raised strict missionary Baptist. It was in an old country church that I attended that I learned about God, and I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior when I was 8 years old. We waited a few months to get us baptized because the preacher wanted to baptize us on Easter Sunday that year. So I was 9 when I got baptized. Then after that, I was able to take the Lord's Supper. When I was 14, I became the clerk of our church and remained the clerk until I was 18 and a half when I went off to college. We were very strict Christians. Didn't cut our hair, never wore pants to church. Anything you wore as far as a dress had to at least come down below your knees, but even that wasn't great. They wanted it to be longer. And we didn't judge other people. That was what we did. And that's how my mama dressed me. And we always wore pantyhose, and some women would wear some like head coverings. Not because you have to, but it was just like a respectful thing to do. But men never wore like hats in church, like ball caps, stuff like that. I pray nearly all day, all the time. I have my morning prayers. I have prayers I say before I take my nap. I have a very long prayer list that I pray for everybody, including all the people that I can't remember even, that are maybe online, and I told them I'd keep them in my prayers, and I do. And I ask God, if I'm forgetting anybody, to please cover their prayer request, as His will be done. As far as the Appalachian folklore goes, I have experienced weird stuff. And you just get this eerie feeling, a bad feeling in your stomach, your hair stands on end. And when those things do happen, which is not 24/7, and not even to everybody in Appalachia, some people have never heard the lessons. I kind of don't understand that, because I can't pinpoint any sort of pattern, because, for example, someone from West Virginia might say they've never heard that stuff, and then someone else from West Virginia will say, oh, I've definitely heard that stuff, and I've had experiences, and it's like that in all the different states. So I just can't figure that out. I think my area is unique. A lot of Native Americans are still living there. They lived there before we did, and they taught us this folklore. So anytime I have had anything weird happen, I follow the lessons, I don't answer back, I don't whistle, and I just calmly leave the area. But the entire time, I am praying to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And God has always protected me. We are not afraid to go in the mountains. I'm not afraid to go in the mountains. We go hiking. We go camping in the dark. It's just, you get weird feelings. And of course you got to be careful of the regular critters out there. But the Bible talks about spirits and evil spirits. and, not to go seeking them out. Like, don't use Ouija board. Don't do any kind of summoning. And yes, Jesus, God, stronger than any negative energy, negative spirit, ghosts, haints, not a deer, Bigfoot. I mean, anything you want to believe in or if you've experienced. That is true. God is stronger. And God has always protected me. But that doesn't mean that if there is something evil or nefarious that I experience or have experienced anywhere, it doesn't mean that you should just hang around. So I pray, I leave the area, I thank God for keeping me safe, and He has always kept me safe. And the people in Appalachia aren't scared of the mountains. We aren't scared of the entities that you might experience based on the folklore. But we are aware that they can be there, those of us who have had experiences. And like I said, we go about our life, but if you're in a bad area and you have a bad feeling, you just leave and you pray while you're doing it and you thank God for keeping you safe. So that's just a little explanation. So just because I share my Appalachian folklore stories or share some of my experiences that I've had, does not mean that I am not a Christian or that I don't believe God is stronger, because He is. I'm sharing my Appalachian culture with you. I don't have children to pass on these lessons that my mama and papa and other elders shared with me. And I feel blessed and slightly unique in the fact that I was raised by my great-grandparents and I learned these lessons from them. I learned lessons about all kinds of stuff that I'm going to continue to share. I don't want Appalachian culture to be forgotten or to be watered down, and I don't have kids to pass it on to. I don't want my mom and papa's, legacy to die out with me. So that's why I upload them. But I hope y'all have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.